I had was at a book signing, a book fair a while back, and the lady said that she had heard about book signings, that if you have to read to people at a book signing, that you probably have the wrong audience, because they don't actually know how to read. So I've chosen to ignore her completely. She's in the past. She's not. She's a nice lady. She's just. And it's Hanukkah, it's Christmas, it's Kwanzaa, it's New Year's all coming up. So I'm going to read a good part. I almost canceled. I hadn't dated anyone in close to 3 months, on purpose. All year long, I had felt so strongly inside of me that I would marry my true love, my true life partner by the time I was 40, a mere 6 months away. So who knows? Maybe I was wrong. But I was beyond bored with casual dates and casual sex. So now I sat with focus narrowed on my perfect partner list, perched with telescope in hand, looking for Mr. Right. Why I had accepted this invitation tonight, I couldn't fathom. Not that John wasn't a great guy, tall as a very, and attractive, with dynamite blue eyes. He was a genuinely nice fellow, one of the good guys. We had met over a year ago, and while there was definite chemistry between us initially, we were both involved with other people at the time. We had channeled our interest in each other into a casual and respectful friendship. And you agreed to go out with him tonight because, I chastised myself irritably, it was the night before Thanksgiving. I was cooking for the kids and a few friends the next day. I'd plenty to do tonight. I didn't want to go anywhere. Go, for God's sake, my good friend Diana said when I called her kvetching. You always liked him. Geez, he finally got away from that toxic ex of his. He's probably looking to have some fun. Don't think of it as a date, she added. Think of it as a night with a friend. So I put away my attitude and went with John on our first non-date date to see an officer and a gentleman. That certainly was apropos to John. He'd been an officer, captain in the Air Force, and as far as a gentleman goes, he'd always been chivalrous and kind to me. After the movie, we decided to have a bite to eat and returned to my condo, presumably to drop off my car. Getting a bite to eat always meant a restaurant to me, but John suggested he cook. He escorted me to the door, then left with the words, "I'll be back soon." I shook my head as I closed the door behind him. Were we light years? Light years. Way or what? Cooking. Except for Thanksgiving and Christmas, gross. 20 minutes was the first thing I gave up after my divorce. So, cooking. So 20 minutes later, John returned with a bottle of wine, 2 great-looking steaks, salad fixings, and some fabulous crunchy bread. Bread and flowers. I poured the wine and sat on the kitchen counter, bantering playfully while he made the salad and cooked the steaks. He called me a peanut gallery, but he was laughing when he said it. I set the table, he lit the logs in the fireplace, and the candles on the table. I was aware that my interest was palpably perking up. When our late night dinner was ready, I lowered the lights. He held my chair. Then he went over to the stereo to select music. He put on Beethoven. I was getting more impressed by the moment.